Sydney property is falling. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's have a look at this article from Yahoo Finance written by Eliza Bevan, where Sydney prices are starting to fall, at least in some areas, guys, in some suburbs. So, listings for property in Sydney have surged, taking pressure off buyers who were suffering from FOMO, fear of missing out. So, are we starting to see the supply and demand curve shift, where supply is increasing, so demand will move over, perhaps, and that means the pressure on property prices might reduce. So, unless competition often leads to lower prices. Domain research shows property listings last month increased by more than 2/3 since lockdowns in some pockets around the country. In Sydney, the Parramatta region has seen one of the biggest jumps, with the number of homes hitting the market up 88% in November compared to September. New listings in the Blacktown region and the inner southwest were also more than 2/3 higher last month than they were in September, Domain found. Even more exclusive markets like Sydney's North Shore and Northern Beaches saw a boost of 6% and 11% respectively. However, it is not good news everywhere, with listings in Sydney's eastern suburbs down 2% last month. Domain senior research analyst Nicola Powell said the outlook was looking positive for buyers next year. Buying opportunities are looking brighter for 2022, with new listings to remain strong, particularly over late summer and early autumn, she said. This will continue to bring the total homes for sale into a normal realm. This additional choice, as well as tighter lending, reducing buyers' leverage, and wages growth not keeping pace with 2021 price growth, means prices won't rise at the same smeltering pace as 2021. Michael Yardney and Dr. Andrew Wilson discussed the end-of-year property market, and we'll have to look at that one in another one. So the 2022 outlook. While the transition from spring to summer normally brings a dip in buyer demand, the surge in the property market was delayed by lockdowns this year. So strong activity in the property market is expected to continue throughout summer to start 2022 with a kick, Powell said. However, affordability issues caused by the massive 22% rise in house prices this year is expected to put pressure on property prices. Australia's Big Four banks agree that prices are expected to slow next year, paving the way for a correction in the property market in 2023. Let's have a talk about this one, everyone. Now, we've seen a huge increase in property prices this year, but you've got to remember that's coming off the back of a decrease. Even if we had, in 2023, a 20% correction, that's still going to mean we're not going to be affordable. It's still going to take, wages need to increase before it's affordable. And the harsh reality is some parts of this country are just not affordable to average households. You're not going to be able to live where your parents lived. The part in Sydney where your parents bought dirt cheap, which had no utility and was further out from the city, is now so close because of the new highway. The utilities are so much better that the price for the land has increased, so demand for that property is much higher. You've got to look at all of that into account. Will there ever be a correction in affordability? They need to increase supply onto the market. They need to open up more land. They need to make it easier for people to buy. They need to address the not in my backyard crowd. We'll see if that happens, guys. I want you to have a look at this video about the NIMBY crowd in inner city Brisbane trying to squash a lower cost or normal cost development out in Ipswich, all pushed by an inner city green socialist politician who's worried about housing affordability. Good old bullshit. See you next time.